Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Thank y'all for tuning to another episode of Vlad's Sports Talk with your host, Vlad. This is Take a Chance Podcast episode 2. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, you comment, and subscribe. On this episode right here, I have a special guest with me who I had the pleasure of going to school with, FAMU. She's an alumni just like I am. She's a Heat fan just like I am. She also has a podcast with Beyond the Play podcast with her co-host, Brendan Miles. And you can find her on Instagram at Produced by Lex. Everybody, please welcome Alexis Hamilton. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. It's almost the middle of the week, which means it's almost the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't complain.
It's almost about to be a new month too, so.
Don't remind me. This year is going by so fast. And every time I say that, it just slows down. But like, it's going really fast for me.
Mm-hmm. It's not waiting for nobody. Next thing you know, they will be saying Happy New Year's all over again.
Hello.
There you go. So to jump into the conversation, another thing that we both have in common is that we both was in school during a pandemic and graduated through a pandemic, and we're still in a pandemic. So from your personal perspective and like your personal story, like how was that for you being in school through that, and how is it now that you graduated and what you're doing now through this like pandemic, and how's that coming for you so far?
It was kind of a good and a bad thing in a sense, because it was just like, it was good because we kind of got the easy part of everything, school stopped. We stopped in-person classes right after spring break. So it was kind of like, what are we going to do for the rest of the semester? We didn't have to do our presentations that we were planned to do or scheduled to do. Yeah. We didn't have to turn in certain work because it was hands-on. It was so much of a disarray that it was kind of like for our benefit. And then like summer happened, and that's the semester I graduated. So it was just, I was so ready for this to be over. Mm-hmm. I was tired of it. And it kind of, the bad part about it is just like everything stopped in person, and us being like tailored towards sports, it was just kind of like, it left that question mark of like, when are things going to return to normal? What are we going to do now? There's no sports going on. They canceled most of the seasons. They pushed back seasons. Like, it was quite annoying, but obviously everything is starting to come back again, and there's starting to be a flow with the vaccines and things like that. So, I mean, it was kind of a rough patch, especially going to school, and I started grad school. That was just another hill of its own. Still being at home, I'm sick of being home, I'll tell you that. I work from home, go to school from home, I do side projects from home. Like, I am home
24/7,
more than I would like to be.
You're home 24/7.
Yes, it's always amazing when I do step out to like go grocery shopping, or just like, because I don't feel like cooking, I'll go outside. I'm like, wow, I haven't been outside in like a whole day, So it's always amazing.
It's definitely, I definitely agree with you, because I mean, it was a good thing in my eyes because the teachers did go easier on us since we were online, because nobody wants to be online. But I didn't expect like life itself to change. Like, school changed, life changed, jobs changed. Like you said, like now
everything changed.
Exactly. And for us, like you said, us being in sports, it's like, jobs are different now because most of them are remote. Before COVID had done hit, like if you get a job, you will relocate to that place where it's at. Now, most jobs, right, they're gonna hire you. They're like, no, we'll put you remote, or you could come to this place right here. So I mean, during it, I mean, yeah, it was okay, I guess, because like I said, school wasn't that hard. But now on the after side, like now that I'm a graduate now, it's just a day-to-day thing now. It's like you said, yeah. Like I'm just here every day, basically just filling out applications, just waiting for an answer. It's just the same thing, just a different day, and it's annoying.
Yeah, I never really knew what people were talking about when they were talking about post-grad depression, and like
Yes.
I won't say that I've suffered from post-grad depression, but like I've hit a lot of lows
Yes.
post-grad, and it's just like, is this really what? Listen, I feel like certain majors would have never had me feeling this way, but it's neither here nor there.
I'm not gonna. I won't say like. I understand that communications is a very like hard, place to get into because I knew that coming in. But yeah, that like you said, that post grad depression, that thing is real. Because I ain't gonna like I said, I have my moments where I'm frustrated, I'm kind of depressed, like I'm just going through it all right now, and I'm just like you're just trying to keep your head afloat, and it's just like, nah, man, like this is just frustrating. This is just really fun. But it's everybody's journey is different at the end of the day, so you know. But to move on to our next topic, getting into the sports realm of things. So as you know, free NFL free agency has started. I don't know if you've been keeping up with, who's been signing with who and who's been going where. But I know out of it's been a lot of people, but if you had to choose one free agency signing, or you can even grade your own team, because you're a Panthers fan, so you can even
Right.
grade your own team. So if you had to choose one free agent signing that you liked, or you could critique your own team, where would you go with that?
Uh, I'm not going to talk about my team because we have so many needs, I guess. I
Y'all,
just,
y'all did let go of Curtis Samuel. I didn't like that move, but that you
I don't like it either. I was kind of like, wow, but maybe they'll make some moves, free up some space, some cap space. I honestly couldn't tell you. But you know what? As I think about it more and more, I really kind of like the Rams with Matt Stafford. I know this sounds
okay.
kind of like eh, it's kind of iffy and questionable, but at the same time, again, I say we never really truly saw Matt Stafford's potential. Detroit was just like one of the worst franchises.
After Calvin
Um,
left, don't.
yes, yes, after Calvin left, but even when he was there, like
Yeah, they made the playoffs a couple of times, but they never made it past the first round though. So it really doesn't.
right,
That
so
doesn't matter. You're
it
right.
was. But I'm kind of excited to see that because the Rams have such a great offense. They have a top 5 defense. Like I I think it'll be interesting to see him
Okay.
there.
Okay. And before I answer that question, because I have another question to ask you. So sticking that you're a Panthers fan, I know you've seen that Drew Brees retired, which I know that you're happy about because he doesn't have to play no more. So do you think, be honest now, do you think that your team can have a shot to win the NFC South, or it's going to be the bust because Brady's coming back for another season, or
I was
make
about
the
to say,
postseason?
honestly, if they can snag them a quarterback, I would be very much like we need a quarterback, to be honest. Like,
You don't like Teddy? I
okay,
like
I like Teddy. He's not a franchise quarterback. I think it's kind of like it's not gonna last.
why you doing Teddy like that?
Because honestly, he's not bad. I'll say that. He's not bad.
True.
I just think he's mediocre. I think we need to just like kind of look towards the future because he's not going to be our franchise quarterback. He's not going to be our Cam Newton. He's not going to take us to where we need to be. And if the Panthers are smart, they'll draft them a quarterback. There's not many that stand out to me as far as quarterbacks. If we could somehow trade to get, Justin Fields, that would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But I would take Trey from North Dakota State.
Oh, Trey Lance.
Yes, I would take him. I just think, we need to build everything. we need we need a linebacker. We need our own line together. We need a quarterback. Christian McCaffrey. I like Christian McCaffrey, but at the same time, when is he not injured?
Christian is your whole team though. Christian is okay. Besides this past season, because I get where you're coming from, but besides this past season, Christian has always been available though. He's a valuable asset to the team.
He is a valuable asset to the team, and I think it's very important that we still keep him on the team.
Mhm.
But I mean, again, like you said, he's our whole team. So when he's out, we're out.
That's true. That's true. I mean, I like Teddy Bridgewater though. I mean, for his first season, you already like want them to get somebody else in there.
Yes. Yes.
It's only
This is
been
not Teddy Bridgewater that was with the Minnesota Vikings. This is not Teddy Bridgewater back in college that played for Louisville. This is not Teddy Bridge. This is not even Teddy Bridgewater that was the Saints. This is like a used, I wouldn't even say washed up because he's not washed, but like he's just not our franchise quarterback. And I think like the more we realize that, the more we kind of progress forward.
You can give up on Teddy after one season. You think about it, you in the conference with Breeze and Brady. That's already hard enough.
We're in a conference with Tom Brady.
Exactly. That's already hard enough like to deal with because you see them twice a year. That's already hard enough.
A lot of the times during our games, we were winning or we were losing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we subbed Teddy Bridgewater for I can't remember who. And then, there was an upside. We thought we were going to win. And then Teddy Bridgewater came back in and it was just kind of.
You giving Teddy no love.
He doesn't have to go. He just has to go.
So that's like the saying. What's that saying? You don't have to go home, but you got to
get the hell up out of here.
Like, come on now. It's only been one season of like you have to give it another try. I mean, come on, like you got Teddy, you got DJ Moore, you got Robbie Anderson.
That's easy for you to say. You guys have Tua. He shows promise.
Yes, but we don't have a team around Tua, and that is the problem. That is the issue.
We don't have a quarterback or a team around Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, we're like equally lower than y'all. Like we lost to the Falcons.
Yeah,
we lost to the Falcons.
The Falcons are bad. Yes, that's true. They got problems that they're dealing with too. But y'all didn't finish last in the division. I mean, you didn't finish first, but you didn't finish last.
Weren't we tied for last?
Y'all had the same record. You and the Falcons had the same record? I'm pretty sure you had a better record than the Falcons. Probably.
If we didn't have the same record as the Falcons, we had one more game than the Falcons.
I think it's like one more game.
So that's not bad. I think we finished out the season with 5 games.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
just one more. Just give it one more try. One more try. Okay. One more try. Don't be so quick to give up yet. Like Joel Embiid said, you have to trust the process. This is his first year here.
Who said that?
Joel Embiid. He said trust the process. Well, he don't say no more.
What's he doing?
He's at home watching TV right now. But that's besides the point, though. Yeah. That's not his fault, though. That's not his fault. We're gonna talk about it later, but that's not his fault. You have to trust the process. You have to trust the process, Alexis.
We did trust the process, and you know what we did? We lost.
Y'all had some close games though, so it's progress. It's progress that I'm seeing. Yeah,
they tried to kick a 70-yard field goal.
Okay, see that was I don't know what was going on in that game right there. I don't know who would try to kick a 70-yard field goal. The furthest I seen was 64, and he made it. But 70 is
before that, the 2 weeks before that, they tried to kick a 67-yard field goal.
Yeah, I think you just have to call up Matt Rule or the special teams coordinator, and y'all just gonna have to talk about that. That's I don't know. But for me, I'm gonna just go on my team because I'm very disappointed with the Dolphins right now. Just like how you're disappointed with the Panthers, I'm very disappointed with the Dolphins.
Why are you disappointed?
Because us being in the AFC East and we finished second behind the Bills, which we should have made the playoffs, and I'm still pissed off about that. Even though we did have a above 500 record, I predicted us to go 8-8, and they went 10-6. So I give them that, but we didn't make the playoffs though, so I don't care. But you seen what the Patriots did as soon as all season came. The Bills had to sign a couple of pieces. The Jets is like they're signing some key pieces as well too, and we're just sitting here
but it's the Jets, so it's not.
But still, though, like we're supposed to be helping Tua. Like you said, like yes, we do have Tua, and I think he could potentially be a great quarterback for us. Because like I said, our last great quarterback was Dan Marino, and that was however long ago, and we've been running through these quarterbacks like hot pockets. They've been in and out.
But y'all have really good draft picks.
Yeah, we need to draft Devontae Smith with that third pick. I'm not playing. We better not trade that third pick, and that we got an 18th pick too. So we got 2 picks in the first round of the draft.
You know what's so funny though is like I was reading and I guess they asked Devontae Smith how much he weighs and he said 170, and I guess it was kind of off-putting because it's like he's kind of small, but it doesn't matter. Like he's got hands, like he can, you know, he's got handles. But it's just like I really want y'all to draft him, but a lot of Dolphins fans, I won't be descriptive of them, but a lot of Dolphins fans, they're just like, I don't think that he should be drafted that high. But I just think honestly, if you don't draft him at number 3, you're going to miss out on him.
Exactly. And I'm not trying to miss out on him at all. For those Dolphins, like you said, for those Dolphins fans who said that we don't think we should draft him, y'all need to be drug checked. Because like I said, Tua doesn't have no pieces around him. We need to add some pieces around him. So if that third pick comes in the draft and I don't like what I see, it's going to be a problem. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be a problem. Because how you pass up on Devontae Smith after the season he just had? Because there's no way he's going to be there with the 18th pick, because that's when we have our next pick.
I mean, so would you rather the Dolphins get Devontae Smith, or would you be mad if they picked up Jamar Chase?
I wouldn't be mad if they picked up Jamar Chase, but Jamar Chase hasn't played in a whole year. So I don't know what she was doing in that whole year. Like
winning?
Who? Jamar Chase?
I would say, well, listen, you gotta think like the last time he played for a winning football team that
a whole year ago. Yes, that's true though. That is true. But you missed a whole year of football, which I understand why, because you know most of their team went to the NFL in that same year. But it's been like a whole year since you've been gone. And Devontae Smith, after seeing the season that he had, why wouldn't I like get him? I wouldn't be mad if we got Jamar, but it's like I haven't seen you in a whole year. You know, so I'm not doubting what he can produce for us. I wouldn't be upset, but come on now. I mean, like you said, like what you said in the beginning about Devontae being 170. I ain't got no problems with that. I could bring him over here. I could give him some Haitian food. He'll be 190 with no problems. No problems.
If someone asked you, like, if they asked you how much you weigh, would you tell them 170 or would you be like 190, 195?
Nope, 195. I'm not. I'm saying 195. Me personally, I would be like, yeah, I know at 170, but nope, I'm just gonna stretch it out because, like you said, once you say 170, it's like, wait a minute, you a little bit too scrawny. Like you need to.
I see what 170 looks like, and it's not big at all.
Exactly, but like you said, he got hands. He's shifty. I mean, his route running is pretty good too. So, and plus, him and Tua went to the same school, so that's that connection that you could get right there.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be interesting if you guys get him and Najee.
I would like him. I would definitely like him too. Like I said, anything to help Tua because I'm not finishing last or third in this division, and we need to make the postseason. But it's gonna be pretty kind of hard because the Bills is already here. Josh Allen is ridiculous. Bill Belichick after not making it the postseason and seeing Tom Brady win the Super Bowl with a whole nother team. He has people talking in his ear, so I know he's coming, adding these pieces around Cam and on the defense as well, too. So it's like, oh, boy. And then, like I said, I mean, of course the Jets going to be the Jets, but still, they're adding pieces as well, too. And like I said, we're just sitting here, like a deer in headlights. And it's like, no, we'll just wait for the draft. No, there's some key pieces.
Miami likes to do that in general with their football and basketball team.
The Heat, I can accept with the Heat, though, because like I said, they got 3 championships. That's fine. That's fine. I've seen all 3. That's okay because he always make the postseason. The Dolphins, on the other hand, I ain't trying to hear that. It starts now. It starts now because I don't want to hear that Tua is a bust a couple years later. And who do we have around him? Nobody.
Absolutely no one,
I don't want to hear that. I definitely don't want to hear that. So I don't know when the draft is, but hopefully we keep that third pick. I don't want to trade with nobody, but we need to draft Devontae Smith. If we get Jamar Chase, it is what it is. I just hope he produces because it's been a whole year. But I want Devontae personally.
I, yeah, I agree.
It's not. It's not like you're going back and forth with the decision.
I think it'll be, I think it'll be a good pickup whether they get Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase. I think either one is a great catch.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, so who would you like to see your team draft in? If you had to choose one player
that we have a chance of getting,
yeah,
Trey Lance.
This girl is really sold on Trey Lance.
Trey Lance. I just think that if I don't know, like, because I think we do have a chance of getting him. I think it'll be great. We just honestly, I think we're focused on getting a quarterback because we was ready to just throw everything on the line for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, and then there's a situation going on right now, so
yeah, and I think that's just like it goes to show you how important it is that we do get a quarterback to us.
It's all right, Teddy. Yeah. It's all right, Teddy. I still support you. I'm not a fan of
because Broward got to support Broward, right? Ain't he from Broward?
I think he's from Miami. I believe he's from Miami.
Well, South Florida got to support South Florida.
Of course, definitely. That's home right there, man. That's home. I like Teddy. I like Teddy. So it's okay. He's gonna impress you this year. If he's back, I don't know if they're gonna trade him or not. But if he's back, he'll impress you this year. Don't do that. Don't do that. But moving on to basketball, a lot's been going on with basketball. I mean, the season's almost done with these 72 games, but LeBron's hurt, AD's hurt, KD's hurt. I think Steph is hurt. Joel Embiid, who we just talking about, is hurt. So, like, what you think about all of these injuries, like, piling up with the season almost being done? Like, what do you think about that personally? I know nobody on the Heat is hurt, but like, still, as a basketball fan and a sports fan, what do you think about that?
It sucks. It definitely sucks. I mean, it sucked when Clay was hurt and the season didn't even start.
Klay Thompson,
it just
my bad. Klay Thompson.
Right. It just sucks because although it's indefinite and it's a sprain, it's not something season ending. It still sucks because you're excited. Like these are like top players right now. No offense to like anybody else, but like these are like MVP like talks. Like we like watching them. I don't care what anybody says. I enjoy watching LeBron James. You hear that, Austin? I enjoy watching LeBron James. But
you have to verify that. You have to put that out there.
Because he Spurs, I hate him. But I think that it just sucks, man. Like Steph is one of my favorite players. I love watching LeBron. Joel is slowly growing on me, but not really. I mean, he's one of the top players of his size.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, next to Bam. But, it sucks.
I agree with you. It does suck because, like you said, with Clay, I really felt bad for Clay because he hurt himself in the finals and then was healthy. Then before the season even started, he got hurt again. So that even sucks. I mean, like I said, I'm a big LeBron fan as well, too. Austin, who's listening, I just, had to point that out there. Kevin Durant, right behind LeBron James as, one of the best in this generation today. Steph Curry, all of these guys are, like you said, they're big office names. No disrespect to the other players, of course, but these are guys that are the main, like, helm of their team, Anthony Davis. So to see those guys go down within, like, the middle of the season coming to a close, especially for, like, the Lakers, because I think, like, they're in the most trouble because you lose AD and LeBron. And now I think they're like third in the West right now. So
ASS this whole month, the rest of this whole month that they're gone because we don't know when AD is gonna play. We don't know when LeBron's gonna come back. So it's like
Exactly. You're definitely going to drop down in those standings because Portland Dame is playing like nice right now. Utah gonna stay where they at. Phoenix is getting hot. The Clippers will definitely move up in their rankings. I mean, Luka's getting hot in Dallas, so it's going to be very rough for them. Like you said, they're going to be ASS for this whole month right here. But hopefully, come playoff time, all of these guys are healthy. I hope nobody gets injured. But I did want to ask you a question. So, with mainly for LeBron and Joel, because I know they're like the two top two for the MVP voting. Do you think that their injuries should hinder like the votes? Like fans should choose somebody else, or they should still like choose between LeBron and Joel, like basically because they've been playing and performing well up until they got hurt.
I don't think that it should hinder it. Although I will say this, and this is not to like take away from anything that he's doing this season because it's he's been in the game so long and he's doing so well. It's just like he consistently gets better every year. I really didn't have LeBron in my MVP talks, I guess you could say, just because I mean, I don't know. It's really complicated with him, but I don't think that the as far as like choosing MVP, I don't think that the injury should hinder it at all because even if they weren't injured, they'd still be performing, up to par.
Hold on, we gotta go back to what you said because you're not just gonna skip. You're not just gonna skip over that like you didn't just say that. You're not slick.
He wasn't. I would say he's in the top 10, but as far as like choosing, I wouldn't say he's in my top 3.
Wow. So who do you have in your top 3? I'm intrigued by this here. I know you look. No, you can't hide it. You gotta let it out. You gotta let it out.
So it's weird because I'm not really a Embiid fan, but I definitely had him like number 1.
Okay.
As far as that. Okay, so number 1 would have to be Embiid. Honestly, there is no top 3. I lied.
Maybe
they would be so mad if I said Giannis.
Don't even put Giannis in that top 3. No, don't even.
What's wrong with?
There's nothing wrong with Giannis. I like
Giannis. But Jokic.
Okay, that's understandable.
Like there's other names that are kind of like yelling it at me, like like I said, Jokic. Giannis.
I'll put Damon in that MVP.
MVP race. Yeah. You know what? And I think that Dame is like one of the most disrespected players. Like I think people just like love to hate him for no reason. But I could definitely see him as MVP. James Harden. Him and his pizza rolls.
James Harden. I mean, James Harden's in that race too. He's in that race too. Because I was having this conversation with my cousin, so he's in that race. Yeah,
maybe Luka.
Luka could be in that race too. He could be in that race too. I don't know about no top 3 now, but he could be in that race.
Jimmy.
Is that a biased answer or?
Yeah.
That's a biased answer.
Listen, but you know what I love about Jimmy Butler is that like after the finals, the whole narrative behind Jimmy, like even though like as a Heat fan, like it wasn't, it was different, but like after the finals, it kind of just like not even after the finals, but after that game 5.
Oh, we scored like 40 something points or something like that. I think he had like 40.
Yeah, when he played the whole time, it really changed the narrative behind Jimmy Butler being a cancer teammate. It was like you look at these teams that he was on and how far he pushed his teammates and how far they've gotten with Jimmy Butler on the team and how well they've done afterwards. And it's like Jimmy wasn't the problem.
No,
y'all just didn't want to win.
Jimmy was not the problem, but we definitely needed like another star to add beside him. Bam is up and coming. He's a great asset, but you need another star with Jimmy Butler though, like a Bradley Beal or get like somebody else to complement Jimmy, because that definitely would have helped in that finals right there. Because you're going against LeBron and AD, so it's just Jimmy basically by himself. Like I said, Bam is upcoming. Bam is upcoming, and I mean we was missing Goran, but you still need another star to complement Jimmy Butler.
True. I mean, I like Trevor. I like the pickup that we got with Trevor. I like the defense that we have because we have like the top defense in the league, or one of the top defenses in the league, and I think that's really important when you're playing, when you're a contender or you're playing against the Nets.
Yeah.
Who's all offense. Like you gotta have someone that can match up with them. Yeah, it's nice to have someone on offense, but you gotta have someone that's gonna be able to guard Kyrie or James Harden, because it's not easy.
Well, now they got Blake Griffin to add to that squad now too.
Oh, yeah.
This girl said, "Hey, look, Blake was a 6-time All-Star back in his heyday. He's still an asset. I wouldn't say he's like the most important person on the team, but he's still like an asset.
I would say he's like top 5, not number 4.
He's the top 5, that's so number 5.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's a great asset. Word on the street though, JJ Redick might be coming, down south.
Down south where? It's Orlando and it's Miami, so it better not be Orlando.
Like south. Oh, so like 305 south.
Oh, so Miami. We need that. I mean, that would. Oh yeah, because we got him, Duncan, and Tyler could hit the 3 too.
If we get JJ, we're not gonna have Duncan.
I don't like it then. You can keep it. I don't like it. No, I don't like it then. I like Duncan Robinson. They need to keep Duncan
If
Robinson.
The buyout happens with JJ, there's 9 times out of 10, Duncan's gonna get traded.
Mm-mm. We keep Duncan. JJ could go somewhere else. That's fine. I don't want Duncan Robinson to go. I don't. That's a sharp shooter right there. We need Duncan Robinson.
I'm not saying. I'm just like, you know what I've learned of being a Heat fan is that really having strong opinions about what this team decides to do just isn't good for your health. Like, because I trust Pat and I trust what they're doing, but at the same time, I just realized that getting upset or just like saying we're not keeping Tyler Hero, we're not trading Tyler Hero, I'm just gonna let it happen. I'm gonna let whatever happens, because at the end of the day, everything I've ever wanted to happen doesn't happen.
I can't trust Pat Riley after Wade left, because Wade was not supposed to leave. He was supposed to be a Heat player like until he retired. But that whole situation, I never looked at Pat the same. So I can't trust Pat Riley. He's great at what he does now. He's great at what he does, but I can't trust him. I can't look at him the same.
He came back.
Eventually, after going to where it didn't
matter, but I mean, he came back.
Went to Chicago and Cleveland, and then he came back. Yeah, it was just those 2 teams that he went to.
Chicago and Cleveland. I don't know what you're talking about. I refuse to acknowledge that.
He was in the Chicago Bulls jersey, playing with Jimmy Butler for like 1 year.
No.
You must know somebody that's somebody that's a Bulls fan, so you just want to piss them off by saying that.
No, I just don't acknowledge Dwayne Wade ever leaving the Heat.
Yeah, I don't either. I honestly don't either.
I think it's all Photoshop.
It is Photoshop. They just threw it. It was just a nightmare, just seeing that the way he's in a whole nother jersey. He's not in the 305 jersey. He's not in that flaming Heat jersey. Yeah, I agree with you.
Listen, played for the Bulls. What? Played with Jimmy Butler. What? Played with LeBron in Cleveland. What are you talking about? Like,
that girl said she only know when LeBron came down here to Miami to play with him for them 4 years. That's the only thing that you remember.
When he got, greatest player in Heat franchise.
I agree. I agree. The best one that we had. I definitely agree. Nobody can retake his spot. So I solidified that.
Exactly. See, you don't see anybody saying, "Oh, Dwayne Wade is the greatest player in Chicago Bulls." Well, that was probably a wrong. Dwayne Wade is like the greatest player in Cleveland's franchise. No, because he didn't play for them. What are you talking about?
We already know who's the greatest player in that Cleveland franchise and the Chicago franchise. That's a no brainer right there. We all know that. I mean, we both know who's the greatest player for both franchises, and they both wear the same number. Ironically, we both know that answer.
Maybe.
This girl said maybe. There is no maybe. There is no maybe. You just over here trolling now. Now you know what you're doing. You just trolling now.
Maybe.
This girl said maybe. So
maybe.
We sticking with maybe. That's what it is.
Possibility. It's possible. That's what we're sticking with.
Possible? Okay, it's better than maybe. I'll take that. It's better than maybe. Even though I know the and you know the answer deep down inside of you too, but okay, I'll accept the possibility. I'll accept the possibility. Oh man, this girl. But that wraps up our segment. Would you like to give out some shout outs before we get up out of here?
Shout out to you for having me.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate it. You know, I appreciate anybody takes my thoughts about sports seriously. You know, shout out to my co-host Brendan, who just seems to be busy.
Hey, do your thing, Brendan. Do your thing, man.
Yeah, that's all I have.
Thank you, man. Shout out to you, of course, first for taking time out of your day for stopping by and sharing your opinion. That's what matters most. I appreciate you stopping by. Shout out to God, of course, for making us see another day. Like you said, time is going by too fast, but hey, it is what it is at the end of the day. And shout out to the audience as well too. Thank y'all for tuning in as well. Like I said, you can follow Lex on IG at Produced by Lex, and also she has a podcast as well, which is Beyond the Play podcast with her co-host Brendan Miles, which I call him Baby J Rose because that tape line is clean.
Well, not recently. Apparently, the barber had him messed up this past week, but it's neither here nor there. It doesn't take away from the fact that he's usually on point.
I ain't gonna lie. Before we get out of here, if you see Brendan, I just need you to ask him one question for me. What was that? What was going on in that picture on Instagram? He was out of it, wasn't he? Wasn't he? That boy was thrown off, huh?
What picture?
What for his birthday? You didn't see it?
Maybe.
It was on his Instagram. I don't think
that was him. I think that was his friend.
No, I don't think that looked like that. Definitely like it was Brendan.
Oh, he's.
I don't know if it was him though. I don't know. Like I said, you can ask him about that, but I don't know because I was like, yeah, you must have had a great time for your birthday. I mean, I didn't. It's your birthday. You got to live it up. But
he was living it up. He said he met. Who did he meet? Stephon Diggs.
Down here.
Yeah, because a lot of people was in Miami during All-Star Weekend.
Oh, yeah. That's true. This is the Miami or Atlanta. Yeah, that's true. Oh.
Yeah.
Man, so be it. Okay. I mean, hey, as long as he enjoyed his birthday, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Hello.
I'm dead. But thank y'all for tuning in to Black Sports Talk. Take a Chance Podcast, episode 2. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, you comment, and subscribe. Thank you once again, Alexis, for stopping by, and I hope to hear from you soon.